Okay, when I got up, made up my bed, and opened my window, I looked out there, and Sophie was laying out there. So now, as I'm getting dressed, I wanted to look and see if Sophie's still out there. That's not Sophie. Did you chase Sophie off? You're not Rusty, you're the other. You're the other one. Where'd my Sophie go? Somebody's looking comfortable. Hi, Checkers. You taking Sophie's spot? Where's Sophie? All right, I'm starting to work on this area back here. I still need to find replacement backdrops for the palm trees. They were just plastic photo backdrops that I put up there, 3 of them, that I think I got from the Dollar Tree, and they don't have them now. But anyways, I'm working on rearranging this back area. Oh, I don't have much room right here. Oh my goodness. I just want to try to sweep it up a little bit. There's a lot of work to do over here, but I will love the results. I know. I'm sure you don't want to watch me do all this boring part, so I'll show you once I get it swept up and start moving stuff around. My friend just dropped off some plants that she gave to me, hoping I can bring them back to life. Here's a split leaf philodendron. That. I was trying to look all these up to see what they were. This is the fiddle leaf fig. I looked that up. I don't remember what it's actually called. I don't know if that's an elephant ear or not. So yeah, we'll see what I could do with these. Oh, and she gave me this lovely plant stand. Look at that. It matches my motif. Well, hello, and welcome back to the Frugal Gardener on Sunny Days with Dawn. Today is a transplanting day. I'm going to work on transplanting those big plants that my friend gave me. I think I showed them on the last video. I don't know if this will be a new episode or part of that video, but I'm getting ready to bring the potting soil back here. Woohoo! I have to strategically move it through the obstacle course. Oh my goodness. I want to get it as close to where the pots are going to go as I can get. It's quite breezy today, and the breeze is blowing my sunshade, and it's sagging down. I can't put the post up in it to hold it up. Now the breeze is taking it up because the breeze keeps knocking them down. But anyways, I'm trying to get to this area right here. So I'll pull out the pots and get started on the first one. I just set them back here because I wanted to rearrange this area and I wanted to see what they look like. But this is one that my friend gave me, and it's going to go into a big pot. It is going to go into again. And I already drilled holes in it. So this was $7.99 at the 99-cent store. It's not bad for a pot this size. Okay, so let me see if I can get my potting soil closer. I'm getting pretty close to filling up my garden with plants, although a gardener's never done. Okay, the potting soil is right here. We figure out where. I don't like leaning down that far. Let me figure this out. Momentito. Uh-oh. I got my paths blocked. It's blocked this way by the camera, and it's blocked that way by the Dawnie. Something's got to move. And I think it's you. Momentito. I have to go all the way into the garage to get my scooper, so it'll be more than one momentito. Alright, I brought a chair to set the potting soil on, so I'm not bending over so far. So now I need to move you back this way. Hold on, we'll get this episode going. Bear with me. Wasn't sure if I had my camera on. Sorry I gotta have you so far back, but the wind is blowing my camera with this. Right. Okay, that might be a little bit better. Scoop. Quite a bit more. It's gotten root bound. Look at the roots growing out of the side of it. No wonder it was having problems. I'm just gonna have to cut this bucket off of it. Got it. All right. Let's take you out. Let's take you out for a night on the town. Ugh. Yeah. This was needing new digs. Look at all those roots. All right, now I gotta try to lift it and put it back where it was. And it's gonna be much heavier. I still haven't been able to find more plastic backdrops, and those just keep getting more torn up. I looked again at Dollar Tree a couple of days ago. Yes, I was back at the Dollar Tree. I bought more pots and some more flower seeds. We'll get to that. Alright. Now, other one's over here. I gotta try to get to it. Alright, it's this split leaf philodendron. I gotta cut all these dead ones off of there. Let me go get my snips. I have my scissors, but I think this is thicker, so I'm gonna need my Snip, snips. This is hanging down lower too because I disconnected it off some of the poles because it was pulling the poles. The wind here gets quite ferocious. That's not doing so good. That's not doing so good. Is there gonna be any left? Yes, that's a new baby. Has a big, long root growing off of there. Definitely needs a new pot. I hope I can save it. Okay. Out you go. That last pot almost took a whole bag of potting soil. So I'm gonna need to get to another one. I'm running out of wiggle room. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. All right, let's see. And if I could just get there to the end of the Dawnie. We've had rain for the last couple of days, so I came out and covered everything in plastic. And not everything, but the furniture. So I removed that when I came out because I think we're gonna have sun and partly clouds for at least a few days. It is, I think it's March 25th, 2024. Whew. I think I put a little too much soil in there. All right, let's see if we can get you out of here. There's no squeezing, there's no giving you hugs. Oh my goodness. The water's coming out. I'm gonna need to get something to slide down the sides of it. Go down the sides like that. Momentito. Okay. I still have my saw. I still have my saw out here. So I'm just gonna go, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, around the edges to loosen it up on the sides. Trying to induce labor. So it can give birth. Oh yeah, it's got roots trying to grow up on the side. You were in trouble. You need a cesarean birth. Alright, let's see. Give way. Ooh, there's no drainage holes in this pot. I watered it the other day. That could be another reason for its issues. The roots are really goodness. You poor baby. saved it. Okay, this one's ready. When I went to pick up all the leaves that I put on the ground that I cut off of this, I found this one. I cut off a good leaf. So I just stuck it in the dirt. Let's see what happens. But this one's ready to go back in its home. And I'm gonna have to move the suckers away. Oh my goodness. And then I gotta go put a bandana on. Even though it's not very hot, I am sweating a little bit. And it's sweating my makeup into my eyes. And it's burning. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Alright. Now to go put a sweat bandana on. I'll be right back. Momentito. Okay, I'm back. She's back. Alright, on to the filio fig. After I get done transplanting these, I'll look them up on the internet and read to you all about them. So here's the fig. Did I put holes in this? No, there's no holes in this. Oh wait, they just popped through. There's a worm in here. Worm. It's not letting me catch him. Oh my goodness. I guess he could stay. There he is. Worm. Can you see? He's crawling. Ah! He fell. All right. Soil. Scalpel stack. These plants are in an emergent situation. Potting soil stack. New container stack. I do work in the medical field. And this has a little hitchhiker plant. This little one right in here, which I think is the same as these hitchhikers that I picked up. And I think they're actually a shrub that gets flowers on it. So I should take it out of there. There it is. Hitchhiker. We will put you, I don't know, but they do get, I think they grow into big hedges. I'll set it right there for now. Let's see. Let's see if we need a cesarean. Oh my goodness. No drainage holes, and it's soaked from where I watered it. Soaked, I tell ya. This was an emergency situation. Drainage hole stacked. I think I was with my friend when she bought this. won't bore you with filling this up. I'll get back with you when I'm done. Okay, they're all transplanted. I'm going to look each one of them up and then read to you specifically what each one of them needs. Another thing that you could use pots for, like these ones that my friend's plants were in. I mean, you could always drill holes in the bottom and use them for planters. But also what I like doing is flipping them over and using them for plant risers, like a plant stand. You could put a plant in the top. So what I did was I had bought several of these green ones, and then when I was redecorating and moving plants around, some of them needed to be set up higher. So I used all of, not the last ones that I bought, but these are the ones before the last ones. I used these as risers. So then I didn't have pots, therefore I needed to buy more at the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to use these for risers and maybe save some of my green ones. Here. And the ground is not level there. I like that. This one I was using a painted coffee can, which they work good as risers too. And there's a little worm. Worms are good. Alright, so let's use this one right here. This is my kangaroo paw, getting ready to get a bloom on it. I had that Kalanchoe in front of the fountain, and then yesterday when I came out, my camera's crooked. Wait, which way should I lean? Like this. Then yesterday when I came out, it was on the ground. So I think the cats were trying to get to the water and knocked it over. So that's why I moved it over there. Alright, so yeah, that's what I mean as plant risers or plant stands. And when I was rearranging this area, I used these nice green ones from the 99-cent store as plant risers. Plant risers, plant stands, whatever. So, I cleaned up this area. I swept it up a bit. That's how it's looking. So now I need to look up each one of those plants and tell you all about it. There's that one. This is my ornamental cabbage, and it's flowering. And I tore some of these off. I think they're seeds. And I just put them back in the dirt. I've never tried to grow an ornamental cabbage. It looks ugly right now, but when I bought it, it was pretty. Okay, so that plant there, this one here, and that one there. So, I'm going to look them up and then read to you all about them. Okay, so for the split leaf philodendron, which sometimes gets mistaken with Monstera deliciosa, which is the Swiss cheese plant. It has the same type of leaves, but the splits don't go all the way to the end, and they have more holes in it. And it says you can propagate its leaves by just cutting it and sticking it in soil. It says put it in a rooting agent first. I never do that. I just stick stuff in dirt, and it grows. So that's what I did with that one leaf that I accidentally cut. So hopefully it will So it says they could grow outside. They're a popular houseplant, but they could grow outside as long as it doesn't get below 55 degrees Fahrenheit, which I'm a little bit about that because this is the end of March, and I think we're still dipping into the 40s something at night. I'm not sure, so I hope it survives. But it likes split leaf philodendrons prefer bright indirect light. So any room with a south or east facing window is a suitable place for your plant. If the leaves of your plant begin to yellow, it may be getting too much direct sun. So I need to watch for yellowing, but I don't think it's going to get any direct sun where it is. It's pretty much a shade area there. Keep your potting soil moist but not drenched. Overwatering can lead to root rot and yellow leaves. I noticed on the other plant the leaves are starting to turn a little yellow. Are they toxic? They are highly toxic to animals and humans to a lesser extent. Its leaves contain calcium oxalate crystals, which can cause vomiting and swelling of the throat if ingested. When propagating or repotting split leaf philodendrons, be sure to wear gloves to avoid the irritant. I'm glad I had on gloves. I should have read this first. Okay, so that's it for the split leaf philodendron. On to the next one. Momentito. Okay, the next one is the elephant ear. Most elephant ears will thrive in full sun, at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day, or part sun, 2 to 6 hours of direct sunlight. Where I have it, I'm not sure. I know it's light shade. You can veer towards planting in light shade with a couple of hours of direct sunlight if you live in a very hot or dry climate, which I do. Hot and dry. So how to grow and care for elephant ears. They prefer moist, rich, fertile soil. They prefer loamy soil but can tolerate other types. Water. Elephant ears do best when their soil is kept moist. The more you water and feed them, the more they grow. They are not aquatic plants though, and their roots should not be completely submerged in water. Elephant ears prefer drier soil in winter, so reduce watering when the plants go dormant. The plants may not be as winter hardy in wet soil. Elephant ears drink up humidity. Though the foliage dies back after a freeze, the tender perennials will come back every summer in the lower coastal and tropical south. Some varieties are perennials in the lower part of the middle south. And it goes on. All right, on to the fig leaf, the filio fig leaf, something like that. Let me look that up. I don't know why I said filio fig. Fiddle leaf fig. Because I'm new to this. It wasn't my plant. It was given to me. Fiddle leaf. It's native to the rainforest of western and central Africa. The fiddle leaf fig tree is a stunning plant with huge green leaves and an even larger following of houseplant fans. Despite its popularity, it's certainly not the easiest houseplant to look after. It appreciates a warm, humid environment, a fair amount of water, and plenty of light. They're particularly sensitive to environmental changes. They will likely take a little time to adjust to their new home. If you're using a container, we highly recommend using a waterproof saucer underneath to protect your floors. Oh, that's if it's indoors. Okay. Routine maintenance. It likes its soil to be kept consistent, evenly moist with brief drying out period between waterings. Water it thoroughly whenever the top 2 inches of soil have dried. Its it says, we highly recommend potting your fiddle leaf as it is a challenging plant to keep alive long term in its nursery pot. And see, it was still in, I think the pot. Oh no, that one she repotted. Yeah, it was in that gray pot. So, you must be careful not to overwater. I haven't seen the light. Let me find the light. Plenty of bright ambient light. So it is light out here, even though it's in a shaded area. Okay. On to the next thing. Well, I was going to show you what my next thing is. I have two next things. Both my iPads are almost out of charge. So that may have to wait until tomorrow. So until then, this is the Frugal Gardener on Sunny Days with Dawn saying, can you dig it? Okay, just to give you an update on did the plants that my friend gave me to revive survive? Let's look back here. There is the split leaf philodendron. It's got a bunch of new leaves on it. And by the way, it cannot take any sun at all. It got sun and a lot of the leaves got burnt up. So I put it over here to get more shade, and it still was getting too much sun. So I had to install this umbrella. So that helped it quite a bit. I'm trying to get back in here. And then so it's got a bunch of new leaves coming. And it has been out here through the winter. It's now like July 23rd, maybe, of 2025. So yeah, it's got a bunch of nice leaves. This is the elephant ear. Same for this. It cannot take any sun at all. There I am in the mirror. There's a new leaf there. There's a coleus I transplanted in there. Another new leaf. So it did survive. It doesn't have that many new leaves on it because, again, it was getting sunburnt also. So those are those two. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Digging It with Dawnie, my 2024 garden series. Stay tuned, episode 10, coming soon. Can you dig it?